got word, y'all. I just got word the street was dead. The street no longer exists. Shit, I just parked my car on the street. I still see stop signs on the streets. If I ride further down the street, I might see a geeker or two, a dope fiend or two on the street. I might see a police car riding down the street. I might see a car accident in the street. I see all type of shit in the streets. The streets is always going to be the streets. A lot of people getting on 21 Savage and the ATL and a lot of correspondents who speaking bring peace and the street is dead movement. The street ain't gonna never die, but the activities in the streets need to die. I was once told, man, the only way you can identify a fool is by playing music, paying money in front of certain material, and paying a camera in front of his face. And with all those materials that you done gave him, we gonna see how you act. Is you gonna continue to act regal, a king, with morals, values, and respect, or you gonna let what the government gave you get to your head? And the reason why I say the government gave you those riches and the money is because the money you say you earn in America, which is controlled by the government, the money that you earn is the money that's given to you. A lot of people don't understand what I'm saying. Sometimes the things you claim and the things you represent in certain events that you go to and certain people that you surround yourself around can jeopardize your revenue and the way you make your money. You gotta understand, we must understand, if the feds can lock rappers up for the lyrics they display in their music, which a lot of it is crazy to me that these rappers is doing that. But if the feds can lock you up for your music, if they can lock you up for the females that you entangle with, if they found a way to lock you up with those activities, they can find a way to lock you up for what you endorse. You gotta understand, if I endorse Nike, it's only because I got affiliation with Nike. I'm making money for Nike. That's the only reason why I endorse Nike. If I endorse the Henny bottle, right? Say if I put a Henny bottle or a Coca-Cola bottle or Sprite, whatever brand it is, if I endorse it, it's only because they endorse me or I'm getting some type of revenue because of that. So y'all must understand, if the feds is listening to all these rappers say the streets is here, the streets ain't gonna never die, they showing money and they showing what, best believe they looking at your connections and why are you still claiming the streets. A person that still claim the streets and endorse the streets is only, in the way they look at it, it's only because you still get some type of network or some type of connections that's bringing revenue to you from the streets. And because of people being on posts, it's not me bringing it to your attention. I'm going by the posters I'm seeing. I'm trying to tell my brothers to stop doing this shit. This shit is crazy to me. But if you posting the shit, that means you endorsing the shit. Sometimes you got to stay low key. Don't, they say a fool want to be the loudest one in the room. He want everybody to know I'm here. Y'all was watching American Gangster, where Denzel Washington told his brother that had the clothes, he had the motherfucker high tailor-made outfit on and shit at the party and shit. He was flossing. He told his brother, like, damn, you want to be the flossy? You the most, you got all this outfit, you want to be seen looking like a damn fool. You spending on money on high expensive clothes just to look like a fool. Just to look like a motherfucking fool. But all the time you gotta, instead of being loud, you just gotta turn the volume down. Don't let everybody know that you're coming through. Don't let everybody know what you're doing. You feel me? It's crazy. And that's that, and because it is, it's the I respect Atlanta for that. It's only the beginning for, to me, better business. Because to me, rap is done with. You feel? Once you start promoting negativity and death and all that bullshit, that means it's dead. Rap was alive when it was promoting love and promoting well-being and niggas looking at the flaws we have in the system and telling you about it. It was telling you about black empowerment and how to be strong and the poverty, the way we living in poverty, how can we overcome that, wishing and dreaming and having visions of having chains and baguettes and getting that, you know what I'm saying? Now that we get this money and the doors is open for black people to make all this money, we take the money and we still want to speak death. Because the mind is dead. You got to change the mind. No amount of money can change who you are. A lot of, I say, counseling and a lot of deep thought and therapy. That's the only thing in God. That's the only thing that's going to change who you are. No amount of money will do that. But it's crazy to me that these rappers is doing that, man. They got to stop doing certain things. It's only the end of rap, but it could be the beginning of bigger things. You know, black people, we done made all this money and rap and made all this money in entertainment. We can start buying buildings and corporations now. What controls the government? The government is controlled by corporations. You feel me? The government is controlled by corporations. When the president or any vice president or anybody that's trying to get elected to be in office, they got to go get endorsements. Big endorsements by these big corporations. What helped Trump out in his office, where he had the major endorsements, and his name was Elon Musk. Shit, with all Elon Musk's money, shit, I ain't got to go out here and get endorsements by all these corporations. He's the biggest corporation. Shit, he bought the whole party, probably bought the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. Corporations control the fucking world. So instead of working and playing with these corporations, once we got power, like Frederick Douglass said, once you get your certificate, you can start owning corporations. Start buying more, buying more, buying more. Instead of, like, land is good, but we need to start building corporations. Like, everybody keep talking like we need to buy land. Listen, let me tell you something, man. My grandmother got land. My grandmother got land. She died with land, and we still got it. But certain companies that went through the neighborhood and they didn't offer people a decent amount of money to buy their property and buy their land, buy their homes. Because they trying to reconstruct and trying to build. This is a true story. We turned it down because we feel, now we're going to keep it, we're going to build it up. And we had, this is a family house. This is something that we was born and raised in. We got a lot of memories in here. But let me tell you about the government, though. If the government really wants your shit, I don't care if you say, this is my land, I own this shit. Shit. If the government wants your shit, they're going to find a way to take your shit. They're going to find a flaw. They gonna say you ain't paid this. They gonna say you did this. You got certain things on your land that violates sanctions and violate rules. They gonna find any type of way to get what you own. So you don't really own nothing. It's just borrowed money. Don't let the borrowed money get to your head, man. And I learned this through Kanye. Kanye, I love the brother. He screamed, I'm big, I'm Jay-Z, I'm big and billionaire. And he was. And he probably still is. We don't know. But what we do know is that the government showed his hand. The powers to be showed their hand. They ain't nobody to play with. They showed Kanye, nigga, I was giving you food stamps. You and your mama food stamps before you even got famous. Man, Kanye, I was giving you government assistance. I was giving y'all paying your medical bills, health care, and all that shit before y'all even got famous. Now you got famous, you want to erupt the government. So we got to violate you, Kanye. That's what the government look at it. So Kanye woke up being a billionaire. He woke up the next day, he was half. They took all his endorsements. Took half his money. He wasn't a billionaire the next day. That's crazy. That show you your money is not your money. So if you get money, the best thing to do is be smart, move silently, quietly. Shit. Let me get some dollar bills, nigga. I might go over there to the motherland. I might want to see the pyramids or something. I want to go over there and see what the other countries looking like. Because like a bird, every bird must fly away from his nest. That's why you see a lot of great people in their own country that they didn't help build through revenue. They didn't help build through endorsements. They didn't help build through their attributes and certain talents they display. They help build America up from being a movie star, basketball player, singer, actor, whatever. Entertainer, lawyer, doctor, this. Your talents help build America up to the point where they can say thank you and then turn around and smack you in your motherfucking head and say, get out of here. We don't care about you. So why continue? What I'm saying is that I love America. I'm American made. But at the same time, as a child that grew up in this house don't mean I got to stay in the house. I'm going to always remember the house I came from. I'm going to always tell people about my house and where I'm at and where I'm from. I'm going to represent my house. But just because I live in this house, which is American, don't mean I have to continue to stay in this house. Once I get enough revenue, man, I'm about to go look and see if I can find a different house in different areas. It ain't that I'm tired of this house. It's just that I want to see different. I want to see other. You hear me? So the streets, the activities in the streets, it got to die. In order for us to dream big, the activity in the streets must die. But the streets will always be here, baby.